Good day, I am Renzyl from BSBA HRM 31N, and today I'm gonna continue the discussion on the strategic roles in HRM. The previous reporter discussed about the strategic role of top management and the frontline managers. Here are some of the people involved in HRM. Now, let's move on with the roles of HR directors and HR specialists in HRM. So HR directors are involved in strategic HRM as they are part or member of the top management, with the main role of envisioning the integration of HR strategies with the business strategy in order to create strategic plans and oversee implementation. They are likely to be involved from planning stage up to the implementation, so they should have the business awareness, enough skills, knowledge, and abilities to perform their duties and responsibilities. HR directors are responsible for the smooth and profitable operation of the company's human resource department. Typically, they supervise and provide consultation to the management regarding strategic staffing plans, compensation and benefits, training and developments, budgets and some programs relating to HR, and labor relations. An HR director is also expected to take a leadership role in developing or promoting a culture where employees perform in accordance or towards achieving the firm's objective. HR director can also direct the development and implementation of organizational development programs, employee orientations and training programs, benefit plans, and other policies and guidelines relating to HR. Human resource director also usually manage departmental functions, and they ensure that the organization is in compliance with the federal and state employment laws. So, talking about the job duties of an HR director, what makes a good HR director? So, we have here some attributes that an HR director should have, and these are as follows. 1. Good HR directors are forward-thinking visionaries focused on strategic development. Their vision often involves change management, meaning they lay the groundwork for change through communication to their co-workers or to their subordinates. They also demonstrate an ability to conceptualize an HR strategic plan that aligns with organizational goals and make sure to transform this strategy into functionality or into action by implementing carefully planned gradual steps. Second, great HR directors sustain human growth or human capital growth through identifying ways for the human resources to add value to the organization. For instance, HR directors who can demonstrate that an investment in HR activities will produce remarkable return on investment to the company. Many executive leaders recognize the impact of HR. However, it just makes sense to see how HR affects bottom line and measurable savings to the company. A human resource consultant, John Sullivan, says, convert your HR results to dollars. So we can relate to this saying that the company should take care of its employees because they are the one to take care of their customers. And as they take care of the customers, that means profit to the company. And they will be able to take care of the company customers if they are motivated to work, if they are passionate in achieving the organizational goals, and they can be motivated through the initiative of the good HR director. They are motivated if they see that the company is investing on their work or they are giving them importance. Third, highly effective HR directors are highly principled leaders. Their compliance or their attention to compliance with labor and employment laws are critical. They should ensure that the organization is complying because it is the right thing to do. And since a workplace is composed of diverse employees, HR directors should be, or good HR directors are cognizant of the positive impact or the importance of having this mutual respect and harmony throughout a diverse workforce. Next, credibility is an essential quality that an HR leader should have, as they are responsible for building a strong and competent workforce. An HR director who establishes her credibility is better able to build collegial working relationships based on trust. Gaining the trust of employees are critical to develop an HR presence that unifies the company's goals for success and individual employees' goals for professional development. Lastly, a good HR director should have balance. Balance in the obligation to represent the company's interest while doing what is best for the employees. And successfully doing so can potentially reduce the conflict in the workplace. Now, we're done with the strategic role of HR directors. Now, let's move on with the strategic role of HR specialists. So, this specialist not just refer to that specific position of being an HR specialist, but also it refers to those other members of the human resource function. According to Ulrich, HR executives, to be fully fledged strategic partners with senior management, should impel and guide serious discussion of how company should be organized to carry out its strategy. So, meaning it is important for those on the top management level to clearly communicate the company's goals and objective down to the lower management and the steps on how to achieve them. In this way, the employees in different departments would be able to work toward achieving shared goals. HR must be able to set clear priorities. Any given time, HR staff might have a dozen of initiatives in its sites regarding pay for performance, global teamwork, or any action learning development experiences. But to be able to be truly tied to the business outcomes, HR needs to join forces with operating managers to assess systematically the impact and importance of each one of these initiatives. They can ask which one are really aligned to the company's objectives, which one should receive immediate attention, and which one can wait, which one in short are really linked to the business results. So HR can ask or can answer these questions through these following questions. First, they can ask, to what extent does our company have the right culture to achieve our goals? In terms of competence, they can ask, to what extent does our company have the right knowledge, skills, and abilities? And also, to what extent does our company have the appropriate measures, rewards, and incentives? And in terms of governance, they can ask, to what extent does our company have the right organization, structure, communication systems, and policies? To what extent does our company have the ability to improve work processes, to change and to learn? And in leadership, to what extent does our company have the leadership to achieve its goals? So these six questions are very important, or are must be used for the company in determining which initiatives comes first and which one can wait. Now, let's go on with the specifics of the roles of HR. There are four. One, they can be business partners, or they are working alongside business colleagues to align HR and business strategy and manage human resources strategically. They can also be innovator. They develop integrated HR strategies. They also foster or promote change, or they are the change agent. They focus on the management of transformation and change. And lastly, they can be implementer, getting strategies into functionality or into action. Now let's elaborate each of these. As business partners, HR practitioners share responsibility with their line management colleagues for the success of the enterprise. They have the capacity to identify business opportunities, to see the broad picture, and to see how HR role can help to achieve the company's objective. They integrate their activities closely with the top management and ensure that they serve a long-term strategic purpose. As business partners, they are also aware of the business strategies and the opportunities, as well as the threats the organization are facing. And as they see those things, they are capable of analyzing the organizational strengths and weaknesses and diagnosing the issues facing the enterprise. So this refers to the SWOT analysis and their human resource implications. They know about the critical success factors that will create competitive advantage, and they can draw up convincing business case for innovations that will add value to the organization. But also HR must deliver effective services as a business partner. Next, as innovator, they will introduce new processes and procedures that will increase as organizational effectiveness. The need for innovation should be established by processes of analysis and diagnosis that identify the business needs and issues to be addressed. Benchmarking is one way to, or one best practice adopted by organizations to take place of or to have innovation. Um, Innovation should meet the particular needs of the business, and it has to be demonstrable that the innovation is appropriate, beneficial, and practical in the business. And it can be implemented without difficulty in the shape of opposition from those affected by it or the unjustifiable uses of resources. And as change agent, Johnson and Scholes, in their classic book on strategy, suggests that organizations that successfully manage change are those that have integrated their human resource management policies with their strategies and the strategic change practices. So HR practitioners play a major part in developing and implementing organizational change. They must pay attention in managing change when implementing HR initiatives. And this means considering who will be affected by the change, how will they change, who is available to champion the change, how line managers or other HR members will be involved with the change process, and how the effectiveness of change can be measured, and any other questions on measuring the effectiveness or the importance or the relevance of implementing change processes. So here is an example of a change model used by HR staff at GE in United States to guide transformation process in company. So here they have the identified key success factors relevant to change and the questions to assess and accomplish the key success factors for change. First, they have this question regarding leadership. Do we have a leader who owns and champions change, who publicly commits to making this happen? And they have this creating a shared need or why they should do it. So they also have questions on what will it look like when it is done, or the outcome, regarding the outcome. Do employees see outcomes of change in behavioral terms? Do they understand how it will benefit the customers and other stakeholders? And there are other also questions regarding who who are those people who needs to be involved, and who will be responsible for the change, how will it be measured, and how will it get started and last. So they have questions on those categories that are important for them to identify or assess how will those help will to accomplish those the success and the change on those factors. And lastly, as implementer, HR strategists have to decide where they want to go and how they meant to get there. They are in the delivery business, making things happen and getting things done. They are thinking performers. They have to think carefully about what they are planning and in the context of their organization and within the framework of a recognized body of knowledge. And they have to perform effectively in the sense of delivering advice, guidance, services that will help the organization to achieve its strategic goals. So these are some of the important roles of the HR in human resource management. And thank you for watching and listening.